huge fan of Divergent because I read all of the books, so I had been waiting for this movie for so long. But what drew you to the story and to this character, Triss?
I was drawn to the character because I loved how strong and empowered she was, but I also loved that she wasn't born that way. You know, she didn't come out of the womb with a sense of confidence. She had to grow into her shoes in a way. And I love the story of Divergent because it was so relatable to things that are happening in today's society, and yet it still had an entertainment factor of escapism that sort of allowed you to escape into a world that was a little bit different than what we know, and so I thought that was really interesting.
And I think that you were perfect in the role of Triss. I loved you in the film. Was it a lot physically and mentally developing this character?
It wasn't a lot to develop her, no, because Veronica did such a beautiful job at describing her so well in the book. You know, I felt like all I really had to do was learn my lines, show up on time, and be very present and listen to what was happening in front of me, and then allow whatever wanted to come out to come out.
But physically, you must have had to gone through a lot of training, right?
Physically, we did a lot of training. We did about a month of hand-to-hand combat, basic physical fitness. We learned a new fighting technique. Yeah.
Oh, I have to ask you. Miles Teller told me that it was really easy for him in the boot camp. No, just in general. He said in the boot camp, it was really easy for him. It was like cake. And so I told him I was going to find out if that was the truth.
No, it's all bullshit.
Okay, good. Because I thought he was, and Jai was like, I don't know, I wasn't there because I came in later. So he was like, okay, find out, and then you come back and tell me. So
I think he struggled a little bit. Homie wasn't that fit.
One thing that I was thinking about when I was watching this movie, we never really lose our fears. We just learn how to deal with them. And if the fear landscape were a real thing, what would we see in Shailene Woodley's simulation?
You would see a submarine thousands of feet under the water.
So deep ocean water.
Like,
but you would be in
I would be stoked. I would be down to be in the ocean by myself underwater, but in a submarine, no thank you.
I'd rather be in a submarine. Sharks can't get to you in a submarine.
Oh, sharks don't scare me. It's the steel factor with water rushing in and drowning.
Oh. So what about the submarine ride at Disneyland?
Yeah, not really down with that at all.
Kate Winslet plays Janine Matthews, and she says, the future belongs to those who know where they belong. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you maybe struggled with figuring out what kind of future you wanted to have for yourself?
I think there was a moment in my young adult life where I was like, yeah, what decisions do I want to make now in order to affect the future? But then I realized that life is so fleeting and there's no way of controlling anything. You never know what's going to happen, so you might as well just be along for the ride, and when an opportunity shows up, be ready for it. But at the same time, don't live your life for the future because there's no guarantees. Made in Hollywood.